Oh, I gotta shut my door. There's one thing I forgot to do.
You wanna hold it?
I don't care.
Ooh. All right. Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Sunny B. I am your host here at Room 420. And here I have joined with me a couple of special guests. A1, Mr. Tafoya,
No, let him out of that hole. Pull him out of that room.
and also Miss Leslie, otherwise known as Lester. I saw a couple posts about that.
Yeah, my husband calls me that. My husband, John.
But we do have some very interesting topics to get into today, guys. So
Well, if you get your damn finger out of it.
I didn't get to do a whole lot of homework, and I apologize for that. I'd like to do a little bit more homework than I actually got to do. I was pretty busy today.
Well, if we do another one, we're gonna do it like a treasure. So I want to get involved. You know, I like my band involved with what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
If I can.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here to do, is give the whole band publicity and show you guys off and see what's going on in your guys' world and how you guys got there. And, well, I didn't get to do a whole lot of research on Miss Leslie over here. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your musical past?
I can't hear. I'm old.
Oh,
Oh, man. I've been playing since 1984. And, yeah, since 84, I went to school for it, and I finally went back for my full degree, and I graduated. There was a lot in life. I was married to somebody who wouldn't let me, women didn't go to school in that culture. So, you gotta, and so, but now, my current husband, John Viosich, he helped me with it. He's a disabled veteran, and he helped me with school, and the government paid for some of it. And I graduated in 2019 with a full degree, fine arts, music, and humanities.
Does that mean you learned how to
I don't know.
suck the agents off
so
and stuff?
you're very well versed and very knowledgeable about music.
Well,
that's-
after all these years, I hope so. It's different going to school when you're going back when you're old. It's like, oh my gosh, my brain, what happened?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going to... I barely made it through school myself, so I couldn't imagine going back at any point.
Oh no, I had to do it. It was just one of these things that was bothering me. And my husband's like, just go, here's my GI Bill. And I said, oh no, I can't do that. And then he's like, no, take it. Come on. Because you're going to hate yourself otherwise, and I'm going to have to hear it all day.
Hell yeah.
He thought it would help my self-esteem.
Your
He didn't know
self-esteem.
women well enough that if he knew women well enough, he would know that they're going to repeat themselves all day long anyway. They never stop talking.
He does it too.
I'm giving it to you.
Oh, man. So you came up from a very well musical background. I know Mr. Tafoya did as well. I heard word from him that his father was a jazz musician. And
Yeah,
I believe I also heard...
Father.
I heard through word of the vine that your brother Patrick is also a musician somewhere down in Florida.
Yeah, he's up by Charlotte now.
Oh,
He's in, South,
okay.
he's in North Carolina, but he's like a couple miles from Charlotte there.
Okay.
He's an
That's-
artist. He does hair transplants and all that. But he has like about 20 guitars and a sitar and a double bass, at his house.
Hell yeah.
He has my old Les Paul. He has the Les Paul I had. I just got rid of it.
Hell yeah. That's
But,
amazing.
Being a broke musician, I had to get rid of it so I could feed myself 1 month.
Yeah, I get that.
It sucked.
I know how that is. Like we were saying earlier, when they say starving artist, they really mean it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially nowadays. It
Oh.
wasn't this bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, it's
I don't know
gone
what you've done.
bad.
Okay.
There you are. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry. That must have been something I smoked.
Well, we are on the Room 420 podcast, so who knows?
Yeah. No, it's 420 podcast. What does 420 mean? Is that April 20th?
So
Oh.
it is a day. Actually, the origin of 420 and how it came to be is there was a bunch of kids that, after they would get out of school, they'd go home and then they'd go meet up at the park at 420 every day, and then it kind of casually just became, hey, 420, hey, 420.
But everybody did that. I don't believe it was just one group of
I
fucking.
go in the woods.
One group of,
Roam around like a bunch of deer.
That was the story I heard about how we got the term 420. I don't know if it's true or not. Don't quote me, but
Well, nothing's true anymore.
that's true.
We're hearing it on the internet, so it can't be real.
That's facts. That's facts. No, but so let's get a little bit into some of the questions I have here.
All right.
So, a lot of people on the interviews you've been on have asked about, like, you know, how it was touring with Aerosmith and REO Speedwagon and all that jazz, but they don't really ask, like, what really went into the work to get you there.
Well, no matter what you do, I don't care what endeavor, what discipline you take, no matter what you do, you have to work your butt off. It's just time and time and time, and put a lot of time into it. Now, I played like you. We start off just in our bedrooms and playing, but I was playing in bands since I was like 13. I was playing in bars at 14 in '68. Now, like my band, The Boys, I was working full time at building Caterpillar tractors, and then I'd sleep 3 hours, pick up the other guitarist, Gil, because he was 18. The other guys were all, mostly, they were in their early 20s. But anyway, and we went out, and we rehearsed every day, 6 hours a day, and then I worked 8 hours a night. And as soon as the band was ready to play, I said, bye, Cat. Fuck you, money. And literally, that's what happened to me. It just was gone. But but in order to get anywhere, you have to go out and work, and you can't just go and price yourself out when you're just a beginner. You go on, I gotta have so much money, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck you. You got to be, and if you find a group, you got to be prepared to do it 8 hours a day, 28 hours a day, 8 days a week. It's got to be constant. You start putting it off and making it part-time, it's going to be part-time. It's going to sound like that. You're going to sound like you phoned your performances in instead of being there in the real time. At least that's my experience, and it's how it worked for me. I know a lot of guys, and almost everybody I know that in the big time, they don't sit around and tell other people how much you suck or what you don't do. They don't do that. It's only the people that can't play that say that stuff to you. And believe me, we hear it all the time. On our end, poor Leslie, I told you what some of these guys would say. Show me your stuff. But I mean, you have to be committed to want to be there, and you can't be jaded and going, "Well, I'm too cool." I would meet guys and they didn't care. I'll find another band. I'm good. I'm the best guy in my neighborhood. I'm the best guy in my block, my little town. It's like there's no such thing as best. I've been playing over 60 years now, obviously. And I've had people ever since I was little, what's your favorite guitarist? I go, depends on my mood. What do you mean? Well, yeah, I like him, but he bores the piss out of me after a while if he's only playing quads and triplets all night long, but and fast notes, that don't make it isn't music. And if it's just stupid stuff and I don't want to hear, honey, da da da, sugar, honey, you're my, whatever, girl. Yeah, I want to kick you in the ass all day. I just can't. When I was a kid, I would be listening to Super Session with Michael Bloomfield. Whenever I was listening to Yummy, 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 I get love in my tongue.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, but that's what everybody listened to, Leslie.
Oh.
Shut up over there, kid. And she, it was like, I wanted to hear something. I mean, I love Hendrix, and I was playing it when I was like 13, 14. I was playing in bars and for grown-ups playing this stuff because I can play behind my head, do all that kind of, I used to windmill and kick and spin. I'm older now, and plus I play in a three-piece band. There's other bands, the boys were six guys, two guitars, and the bees was it's five of us, and then guys switched from guitar to keys, and then the singer sang. But there was always a lot of stuff going on, so I had time. I knew how to play a chord and have that thing hold, and you start learning orchestral maneuvers, and that's the main thing is you got to learn how to when not to play. That's a big thing. And people go, "Oh, you play too fast, too much." I go, "Oh God, that's just people that don't know what they're doing. They're just talking anyway, And and that's all I know. I just know you have to be committed inside and out, and you can't just spend all your time telling everybody how cool you are without actually going home and practicing and getting good. I know guys that go, man, if you took 10% of that time that you tell everybody how much you play and just devoted that 10% even to playing music, you'd be a lot better than you are now. And they don't get it because, everything's immediate, and they want their immediate gratification, and they're playing, and, they get some chicks coming over and wanting to do this and that to them, and, and the guys are treating them real cool and stuff, and they're playing bullshit music, and I'm like going, yeah, well, my friends like it. So that's cool. I go, fine. Well, what's it like for you?
What's it like for me?
Yeah.
Man, it goes there's a lot of hard work that goes into booking shows, and for me it's mostly been about playing at the right spots for the right people and getting the right connections. I mean, that's ultimately what's helped me the most, but it's taken I started playing in bars around 15, 16 doing open mics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like you said, it takes a team, and it goes so much smoother when you have people to help you, and whenever you're talking to people, you just you got to get yourself out there. You can't just if you just sit around and expect results, then you're not going to get anything. You can wish in one hand and shit in the other.
Hey, hold on, I lost you again. There you are. Are you here yet?
Yep.
Where are you? I don't know where you are on my phone. I have too much such crap going on. You still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
I gotta find you on my phone. Damn it. I'm trying to set it up so I don't have to hold it, but I screwed it all completely up here. Where's Zoom? There you are. I'm better now.
I think I lost you now because your face disappeared. Oh. Chat, we lost him. Oh, we can see you now, but your mic's muted. Oh, there you are.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you off. I'm gonna tell you what kind of mother. That phone? My old phone had a extra, glass screen over it. So, but now this one doesn't have it. So anytime I get anywhere near my phone and touch it with something, significantly, if I touch it with my hands, I use my hands for things, is that's what I do.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. But yeah, pretty much my piece on that is it takes a lot of hard work actually being out there, being there, doing it, and talking to people, and just being a real person, because like you said, if you act snobby and all high up, then people don't really want to be around you.
No, and the ones that do, they're just out there. They're not want to be with you. They want to be with whoever people are saying is cool. And
It was worse for women.
it was worse for women. I don't want to hear your ERA crap. I'm giving her shit. Leslie, I know it was tough. She had a hard, Well, women, I'm friends with us. Phone? You there?
Yep, I'm still here.
I was never, one of those kids that had knew how to use his phone right. Because we never had a phone. You there now? Can you see me?
Yep, I can see you.
Well, I'm gonna sit back and relax.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, wow.
All right.
Hey wow. Don't talk to me. I think that girl over there is hitting on me. I was watching 70 show, and Jackie was talking to Tommy Chong.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like talking to her. He goes, and somebody goes, you know her? He goes, I think you hit on me. He goes, I'm not hitting on you, relic. Call him relic.
Oh, I love that 70s show.
Well, you know, all those people, that was when the boys and Cheap Trick were playing in bars. Well, they started already, Cheap Trick already got signed. They got signed in 76. We got signed in 78. We were playing all those clubs right there by Milwaukee, north of Chicago, in the Wisconsin border there. So we know then whatever.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm on WKRP in Cincinnati too. Where my band is.
Hell yeah.
You ever heard WKRP in Cincinnati?
I don't think I have. Please educate me.
Well, it's a great show. Dr. Johnny Fever, he was DJ, Howard Hudson. Well, it was a radio station that was losing money in Cincinnati. Or, you know, it's in the middle of nowhere. You know, comparatively, compared to like the L.A., Chicago, New York. Anyway, and they went from whatever some kind of local access bullshit to rock and roll. And it's just them trial the tribulations. So anyway, they had their Howard Hesseman, this guy, he just died. But he was the DJ, he was a cool guy, and he was always, falling asleep. The radio thing. They decided they're going to do a promo. He away $50, so he didn't see the decimal point, so he said 5,000. So they had to come up with something that nobody would get. Hopefully, they came up with 6 songs for like barely a second. Just that, I had to figure out what it was. Well, the boys threw out the chain with first. They had Tumbling Dice and some other stuff, and Francis Scott Key.
Francis Scott.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Star Spangled Banner.
Anyway, so they did all that, and for the boys was the first song, the first one that was always the one that was right. So we kept mentioning it over and over again. I remember we were playing in Peoria, and we're at this hotel, and it's like we're on the 4th floor or something. It's like, it's very boring today. It was like a Tuesday night, it's a weeknight, and I'm watching the show. Also, yo, come here, and he said it again. So I ran out, go to all the other rooms, the other guys. Push the singer. He's doing an interview with somebody in Japan, so he's totally pissed at me. But I go, I don't care. I wouldn't turn TV on. Then he owned it. Says singers are like that, and I understand. It's so cool. I get it. All you lead singers. Anyway, I didn't lead my band, but I share it with the drummer. But I don't consider myself a lead singer. The lead stinger, we called it. But but they had that on there, and it's like, and I remember one of our friends, and we ended up in Hollywood for a bunch of times, and ran into Howard, and they asked him how they did it, and they go, who picked out the music and stuff? It was the artists, the actors and stuff, and somebody found us. We were on CBS Epic. And we're in John Belushi's top 10 album cover. The artwork, because the singer Dirt with a 57 Hyper Glide, leather coat looks like Marlon Brando in the 50s movie. And we were on Easy Rider magazine in the 70s, and all that stuff. So we knew the whole biker scene. But anyway, we just did a bunch of stuff. Get a specific, I'll have an answer. Otherwise, I get bored telling the same story over and over again.
No, you're good.
I can't imagine being an actor and going out doing their, going to each town, a big city, and have to do, the same interview 50 times a day, the same stupid questions. Oh yeah, I was excited. I was so excited to be with these people. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. Trying to make it interesting, but that's what being an actor is. They learn how to make it sound good, I guess.
Yeah.
But some of the balls of my actor friends.
Well, and that's kind of why I try to ask on this podcast, like, questions that are out of the blue, like, and make you, like, I try to make you scratch your head. Like, I haven't really gotten into the whole depth of everything that I was gonna talk about or whatever, but I've learned a lot about some of the stuff that you went through, and a lot of your history coming into the music industry, and there was just questions that I wanted to ask about specific things to kind of make you think a little bit. Like one of the names that I have in mind that might make you scratch your head a little bit is Dick Clark.
Click Dark, we called him. Yeah, we when we were in the B, the manager I had, he was the original manager of the Boys, and then he got fired, and there's a lot of politics and stuff. But anyway, we stayed real close, and we got tired of the Boys. I was tired of doing the same thing, and we became an anachronism. I felt that at the time, original Boys, no one could touch us. I don't care where you were, any band in the country, we were one of the best. But the music stopped talking to me. You just started being. It's like we were regurgitating old songs and making them into new ones, or it sounded like that to me, and we weren't doing anything. There was no growth involved. Anyway, so we started the Bees, and we weren't even together a year. The management we had, they spent a lot of money on us too. And they flew us out to Hollywood. So we're out there, and the first day there, he hires promotion guy. He hires a TV and movies. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Dan Davis, he goes, Mike, we can hire radio and records and radio guys, but they already know who you are because you're from the Boys. Now this new band, because I want to get us into something else. And we almost had a chance to do a Soul Train. Well, we met Don Cornelius, but we're not R&B, or black act. We're a rock and roll band. And we got on that Dick Clark, and I mean what we did was we did a demo. We did our demos, and we would practice sometimes lip-syncing, just because my management bought camcorders and stuff, way back, and these, little VCRs they could get, $50, they cost $1,200 now, So we had it early. So we learned to lip sync. We learned to get that together. So then when we booked the Dick Clark, which was like, wow, that's not cool. We went and recorded it. The same guy who produced. You heard of Rossington Collins band? The guys from the Atlantic Skinner. And Gary Rossington and Collins, what was his name on? Anyway, the two guitar players, and they had a song, Got That Right, Sure Got That Right. His name was Howard Stern. No, Howard. What? Something Stern. Anyway, not Howard Stern. No. Anyway. Anyway, so we recorded it, and we're going, well, these are our songs. We're gonna go out there and do it. And I go, no, we need to take those tapes home. We lived in a house on the Hollywood, off of Barham and Cahuenga in Hollywood, there below the Hollywood sign, on the mountains before you go into the valley. And we sat there and pretended to play like when we were kids and didn't know how to play, and we learned how to breathe. So when we did the Dick Clark, none of us had them sing like that or anything like that. Tommy was like, and we actually sang so you could see our veins and everything. I learned all my nuances that we did at the show, because I go, it isn't that. We have to learn the performance of that day. We know how to play the song. We wrote it. But I want to learn how I did it that moment. When we came in and did that, I mean, everybody was positive we played live. I go, no, you got a 2-minute commercial break between the artists. They clear off the dance floor. You see the AV, American Bandstand, and they put us all on casters, and they rolled it all out there, and we just went up and played. and that's how we got our thing, and we did it, and we ended up getting signed from that, and that's when everybody was doing, Flock of Seaweed, and I call it Flock of Seaweed, but all that, Thompson Twins and that whole new wave, uh, Pet Shop. It's just that stuff, and people like it, they love it, and it was all good music, but it was still pop to me. But it was from, it was that whole different thing. It wasn't punk anymore, and it was, punk used to be kind of confusing because people called Television, a band called Tom Verlaine and Television, and what do you call it? Bebop Deluxe, and that was Bill. I got his name now. But anyway, yeah, it was an English band. But and Blondie, they did rock out, but their records were like not punk at all. They weren't anything like the Ramones were, and Dead Kennedys and stuff like that. And we were just, the Boys was like a boogie woogie rock band. We were the Stones and Jay Giles on steroids. We were just out of everything, was just stuck in boogie and just rock and roll. And the singer Dirty Dan, hey, pussy, if it don't smell good, don't eat it. Smell like fish, have it. Smell like cologne, leave it alone. Stuff. It's just stupid, dumb boy jokes. Kid jokes. And that's what we were into. And we were all 20, 21. The singer was 24, organist 25, and we were all around 20. And Gilly was 18. We were getting older, and we were playing at bars all the time, all over the freaking country, everywhere. 6 nights a week, 4 sets a night, drive 800 miles to the next town. You go and do that. We played all the time, but we got good, and we didn't just stay home and play. For our moms and dads and kids and best friends in the neighborhood. We played people that never saw us and never knew who we were. And those first days, and especially with the Boys, we were so crazy. We'd get there on Tuesday, like Monroe, Louisiana. Monroe, big sounder. And they'd all be like, yeah, I like, you guys are good, but you guys really like that? What are you guys on? You guys are hopped on something. I go, yeah, right. And then, they come in those days, it was 4 sets a night, and they didn't cover charge until Friday and Saturday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there was the locals come in, and they started coming in by Thursday. People were there Tuesdays and Wednesday were coming. By Friday and Saturday, it was crazy. Then they're going, Michael, you guys are so great. You guys, God, I can't wait till you come back. You're not going to come back here. I go, I don't know. There's so many places to play. But that's how we get good, and that's what we were about. And then the Bees, I wanted it to be music. I wanted the song to identify the band, not just the style. Because that's why I said we became like an anachronism, a copy of ourselves, the Boys. Because he was the guys that were trying to direct the overall image of the band. They saw it as just, we have to have this style. I'm going, no, I don't agree. I think the artists and the musicians and the bands that I grew up with, this is in the mid-'70s, late 70s now, the bands I loved from way back then, every year they would evolve. Not the same freaking song. Not everybody can be as brilliant as Angus and Malcolm, and write the same album 18 times and they were great. Yeah. They were great. And Angus, he'd be like, a little fucker, he's like this tall to me, But anyway, he'd be like, shit, I wrote the same fucking album over and over and over again, and people bought the hell out of it because we found what works. Well, there's a lot going on there because that drummer, Phil Rudd, especially the original guy, everything he did had a swing to it. It's like when you listen to John Bonham play drums, you don't hear boom, da, boom, da, boom, boom, da, da, boom. There's this stuff in between there that you don't hear it all the time, but it's a feel. And that's what music is about, trying to emote and come up with something and a feel. And I just felt that the songs, dictate. Of course, we got too fucked up on drugs, so we were snorting our brains out, so that was stupid. We got out of control. Sorry that happened. But that was like, late 70s and early 80s. I don't drink beer hardly ever. She bought me a beer can of Foster's, some with me. Here's to you.
I don't got beer, but I got a Coke.
I don't do that. Makes my nose run.
Yeah, boogers get a little bit.
Hey, you start pull them out, put them on paper, dry them out, chop it up, sell it to people.
Okay.
Kidding.
Oh my God. So if I was in person, if I was able to do this interview in person, I would have a little bit of a present for you. But seeing how I can't hand it to you in person, I'm going to put it first up on the screen of the stream, and then I'm going to show you on the camera. I would have printed this out, but I just want you to know that you cannot stop rock.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, the Tafoya Angel. Yeah, I had a song called. I play it right now for you. I got the guitar over here. Yeah, Can't Stop Rock. You know, I wrote that. I mean, that was like. That was David was the bass player of the Boys and the Bees. He's the one who produced the Lost Boys album. Hi, David. I'll make sure he sees this. You know, but we
Hi,
started
David.
playing together. Right? And I was just talking to Dave the other day because we just got nominated for the Illinois Rock and Roll or Music, Hall of Fame thing. You know, and we're going. And somebody goes, well, enough got inducted last year. You've been together a lot longer, and you had a bigger crowd. I go, but they sold millions all over the place, and they came up when MTV and you could see them as visually and it's on on the radio all the time. We were in that black in the dark ages then. I mean, and we came out. I mean, I remember meeting. You ever heard of Devo?
Yeah. Now whip it.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so back it good. Anyway, we're playing this place called Beginnings, and it's owned by the drummer of Chicago. Only the beginning, and it was a big club. I mean, AC/DC, everybody played it. And the boys, we fucking rolled there. And I went there one night when Devo was playing, and our security was big old bikers. Jagoff, looking for a beef? Hey, come on. Hey, Michael, I want to bring you backstage. I want to introduce you to the Jagoffs back here. So I meet the singer, the guy with the glasses, and they go, yeah, hey, Michael from the Boys is here. And they already knew who we were, but they thought we were a bunch of bikers who ate baby meat and drank piss out of a boot, And I go, I look like a rock and roller, and he's like, I go, lighten up, dude. It's not all about that. But the Boys were just a big wild ass rock band. But I met all kinds of people back then. I met, like I said, I met Kiss. I met, Aerosmith, Rush, UFO, Jay Galasaria. We first met Rush in '75 when they got this new drummer named Neil something.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
us. You're a big idiot Rush fan. You're one of those. Okay, I'm giving shit. But I mean, and Neil's going, what do you think of these guys? I hope they let me stay in the band. He wasn't even in the band yet. Neil Peart?
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It's absolutely.
It's like,
That's wild.
Yeah. Why? He got to be. He's so good and everything. I watched this thing on YouTube with him doing a solo on David Letterman. They had the best drummers in the world or something. They put Neil's on it. I'm watching him play. He's got 1,010 drums. And he's doing all this stuff. And he's really great. He's clean stuff. I'm just going, oh god. After a while, just go.
no, I love
It's me anyway, and I seen the band. I first saw Rush in '75. It was Aerosmith, Blue Oyster Cult, and Rush. Rush opened, then it was Aerosmith, and then it was Blue Oyster Cult. And it was Rush, but this was back when they were doing Fly by Night, and they were a three-piece power trio. Then when the Boys played with them in '78. By then they were doing all this stuff with he had the Taurus pedals, for the bass pedals, and he was playing organ. It's before they went into the Tom Sawyer thing. That was later when they wanted to sound like the Police or something, But they were still, it was 2112 stuff, and it was a bunch of college age LSD tripped out goofballs, and that's not cool. I was there. I hung out with them. I used to go to these rock festivals, and I did LSD way back. You know, I mean, when I was 15, 16, I got tired of it. I didn't like anything that I couldn't. I was too constricted. You know, doing downers and heroin or something. You're an oil slick. You're doing coke. You might as well be doing too much coffee, except it costs way more, and you know, you go to jail forever. You know, everything got to be stupid. Plus, partying stopped being a lot of fun. You know, especially when you were working all the time. You can't play at a high level being messed up. You know?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, because, I mean, you think you can. I've been there myself, where you think you can play. I mean, like, even just with alcohol, there's points you reach where you think you can play, and then you get up there, and then you're like, oh, wait. Oh, I stopped the song.
Well, no. No, that's pretty fucked up. No, but me, I mean, like now, I'll get a beer because I don't like drinking pop when I'm playing. And for you on the East Coast, that's soda. Anyway, but I mean, I just have a beer, but I mean, that same beer will last me. I mean, even in the 70s, I drank it, you know, like a Miller. I drink it down to the shoulder, you know, down the neck, and then give it to my roadie to finish it. It's me to wet my whistle. It's, you know, and but we used to pass out bottles of Jack at the boys' show.
I was about to tell you about my favorite drink.
Is Jack?
I drink a Jack neat, and that's about it. I don't drink heavy.
Well, a Jack what? What's it, Jack? It's called Jack what?
Jack neat. It's just Jack, no ice.
Jack neat. Now I get it. See, I'm not into the bar room vernacular. You know, Jack neat. Now I get it.
I like that too, but I like mine with ice. I like fruit shots with ice.
Leslie likes her Jack.
All right, we're not going to advertise that.
Craig, he loves.
Hey.
He likes Patron.
Every
He
time.
likes chocolate. What?
Every time I play on stage, I wear a Jack Daniels headband. I don't have it on right now, but I usually always have my Jack Daniels headband on.
Yeah. Well, the boys was a big Jack Daniels fan. Then when we were in the Bees, Tommy Holland loved Jack, but then we got it to the point where he couldn't drink any spirits like that until after the show was over. First gig we did when we came back, we started off going on. We played out west of Chicago, and then we went down to Champaign, then Lafayette, and somewhere else, and we came back for 1 week. Our first week, we played every night. One night was everywhere. Big light show and everything. It was crazy. But first show we came back, someplace in Wisconsin, Twin Lakes, called the Edgewater. And that first set, I mean, he's drank shots. He's having a great time. The audience is loving him. Cool. Then he starts taking beers and spraying it all over. And sprayed all over me and my shit, my guitars. And I was pissed. I gave him a finger. And like, I'm the singer. You can't give me a finger. I go, like, quit fucking drinking like a jagoff. Well, anyway, so that caused a bunch of hassles. And then we finally realized he can't drink, you know, that stuff until after the show. You know, and then we got him to stop smoking, and, you know, we gave him and his wife, we got him a TV, you know, back Sony Trinitron and a VCR, you know, a big Sony, you know, whatever. They were expensive back in the early 80s, like that. And that got him out of that, but it was like, we used to pass out with Jack. And I wasn't a big drinker anyway. Me and the organist, Anatoly, Tony, rest in peace, brother, we didn't even drink it. And then sometimes he'd come up to us and I go, no. And he'd give the singer, give me that look like, you fucking homo asshole, Jag up. At least go along with it. And one time I tried to pretend like it's going to blow air in it. You can't. It's physics. So I ended up swallowing too much. And I was like, Bob, trying to play in your rock and you can. But you're like choking on, it's coming up your nose, and then Jack Daniels, that shit gets you up. That can work. You drag
That's the way it was.
What?
Years ago today.
Yeah, it still is that way. No, Jack. Anyway, yeah, but I've tried. Like when me and Craig, we just drink beer to keep, you know, to wet the whistle.
Oh no, I don't make me have nothing like that. I can't do nothing like that with people watching. Okay.
When they tell you they don't, they do.
Well, they judge women, harmful.
I don't suck on that. Yes, you do. I know.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
because I'm an old married woman and I have to watch myself, you know?
Well, I did mention at one point that I had almost like a riddle type thing where it's more or less just
Yes, you did.
finish the statement. I have a feeling you're not going to struggle with this one at all, but this one goes. This one goes. You're thinking, Cap.
I gotta see the words.
It's dark inside. No place to hide my what?
My dickhead.
Good. Who's a dickhead? I can name a few.
Here, I can answer better. Let me do this right.
Oh man, it's cutting out. I can't hear it.
Dark inside, place to hide your head. And up. Yeah.
It might be a little bit too loud. The phone keeps cutting out from the waves from it.
I know. I stopped. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Better
good.
now?
You're good. I think it's still too loud. It's just like cutting in and out. I don't know. Speakers are weird with those microphones. They just have like some sort of limiter capsule on them.
Hey, I was just trying to mess up your podcast. That's
you're-
yeah.
You're not messing. You're
I'm
not
bad,
messing
yeah.
nothing up. You're not messing nothing up. But we do have a Grant Dudar in the chat who said, "Hello, Tafoya."
Who is it?
His name is Grant Dudar.
Oh yeah. Hey, buddy. Fucking A. Wait. Now do I look smart?
You said fucking A. Well, you could fucking A, or you could fuck a B. It's got 2 holes, or you could fuck a Q. It's got a little bit of a tickler.
Well, I'd rather fuck A and let the A fuck me. That's a little code with this girl I know. My baby and the B.
I had a buddy from Minnesota tell me that joke because I was just talking to him one day and I went fucking A, and he goes, or you can fuck a B. It's got 2 holes. And you can fuck a Q. It's got a little tickler.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go.
Well, when you have a lot of time, you come up with some stupid jokes.
Yeah.
I know I've done that myself a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of good jokes out there.
Speaking of good jokes, how you doing, Leslie? That's a dirty crack. Speaking of dirty cracks, touch your face.
I'm fine, thank
You know what people tend to do at jokes whenever they don't really like them?
I didn't say nothing.
They tend to get up and get angry.
To get even better still.
Get up.
We used to call get up, get breakfast, Bloody Mary's better still.
Not
That's how we used to sing it to ourselves. Oh yeah. Get up, get breakfast. That's when we were up all night partying, doing the lines and piles of beers. No sleeping. Get up, get breakfast, Bloody Mary's. Let's go to the bar.
first thing, I think the musical culture, musician culture has changed. You don't do this stuff.
I was talking about something that was 40 years ago.
Well, that's why. Yes, you can't do that anymore.
No,
Yeah, because you have to mind your P's and Q's now.
Sonny, I just learned something. She just told me that doesn't happen anymore. Okay.
Well, it doesn't.
I get it, man. I'm teasing you.
I know all the bands I was in, and nobody could see me doing
Hi, Grant. How you doing, buddy?
You guys are funny. I guess this next question would kind of apply to both of you guys.
Come on over.
If Leslie wants to hop in and
Hold on. Leslie, she plays her gambling games.
All right, well.
are you on stake or rain bet?
Oh, here we go. Hi. I'm so sorry. Oh,
No, you're good. So, as people who have both had quite a bit of experience in the industry, what is the big major differences between labels back then versus how you see labels now? Because I know the industry changes day to day, and it changes vastly from day to day. So I can only imagine how different it is from back then when you guys were first getting into it.
Okay, the big difference is there are no labels now. They're just regurgitating what's already been out, and then they'll take established stars, or also get somebody that's just like got so big, Taylor Swift or something where they have to have a record label, But otherwise, it's all indie now, and it's just usually just somebody making some stuff in their basement.
DIY. I mean, I was signed to a label before with another band, but
It was a little tiny label though.
yeah. And then they dropped them when I pick up. I don't know why. I don't know.
I don't see.
They might deny that.
I mean, I see it all the time on internet. Indie labels wanting to do this. Somebody, but they can't really do anything. It's helping us from distribution, and that was the big difference. Is big labels had distribution. I mean, they had guys out there pushing the records, and now it's like you have to do all the work yourself. And I just don't have the interest of pushing myself that much. If I could find somebody to book my band and push us, I'll give you.
Chris Schreiner. Okay, never mind.
He's starting. Let him start.
Yeah, I know.
It's a new friend, but we're not doing. There's not much going on. Leslie,
Okay.
please.
You guys are awesome, and I just wanted to say before I go on, I really appreciate you guys for sharing your time with me and sharing the knowledge and information you guys have. I mean, it's
Well, I'll tell you, I appreciate you too. Thank you.
absolutely.
Hey, Sonny, close your eyes for a second. I want to punch you. Bam!
I mean, you can't tell if they're open or closed right now.
Huh?
Oh, you're stoned. See, I got a song for that. I got stoned and I missed it. Oh, I got stoned and I missed it. Got stoned and I missed it.
It just flew right by.
Leslie, you just take the whole joke away. I'd like a fucking man. And it flew right by. Les.
Oh,
Hi, Johnny. Okay, I'm just saying hi to my husband. Okay, never mind.
I think the next time you're just gonna be me and Craig.
oh, you
We're gonna
guys.
have Leslie. We're gonna put Leslie with me and Craig, but she's gonna be in the middle with a gag on her face and a blindfold, so you don't know what's going on. And we'll talk, and then we can get knocked to the other. We can talk.
I won't.
I get the feeling you guys like to pick on each other a lot.
No, I pick on her. Oh, hey, you got. Give me back my finger. No, I like to pick it, sometimes I have to need to look for those peanuts, in my butt.
Lovely.
Check it out.
Get away from me.
Clean my finger now.
Get away.
Oh man. Oh man, you guys are just going at it like a couple of raw
She's like
dogs.
my little sister. I used to tease my little sister like that. My little sister Laura, she's rest in peace, but I just always, you tease the new person, then she's the bassist, and Craig and I used to tell her, I go, a bass player, they have to buy our beer for the first year. And we didn't make you do that.
No, I think my
So just shut up.
husband to do it or something.
I think I
told my husband to do it.
Talking about your husband, he's not here.
I know. That's why I'm.
Leslie,
Okay, that's enough of that.
plug your hole up. Yeah. I know, it's being rude, I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. You guys have such great energy together. It's hilarious. I love it.
Too bad it took 100 years, huh?
People, I get people who tell me, Mike, why don't you play age-appropriate music? And I'm going,
What is that? I don't understand.
and I go, why don't you retire? I go, generally people retire.
I am.
Leslie, would you let me talk? Let me get to the comma. He does that all the time. Anyway, people usually retire to do something they have a passion for. I'm already there. I'm doing what I want to do, and as long as I can still play, and I can walk and talk, and I'm not overweight, and I play better guitar than I ever have. I'm gonna keep playing. Well, why don't you play something that's more, oh, raindrops keep falling on my fucking head? Dead shit. I mean, it's already been done anyway. Or
But you said they were falling somewhere else.
what?
Never mind.
Raindrops? Are falling on what? I don't know. She has this running dialogue in her head that I can't get that small and low figured out. I'm giving you shit.
Oh
You
shit.
came out of the bathroom in that hotel and you said, raindrops are falling on my... Yeah.
On my feet from my dick.
Okay, there you go.
I'm spraying. That's from out of blue. That didn't really happen. So
Yes,
I don't.
it did. I-
What happened? What are you talking about? When? Where?
She was there. She saw it happen. She knows.
I walk out of the bathroom going, Mike Tafoya.
No, you blew up the bathroom.
You talking about taking a crap?
Both of you.
We're guys. You go in there and you stay in there for 30 minutes until it's all cleared out.
Oh, I'm good. I'm in and out of there.
No, you never. See, your Curtis here,
Right.
she takes forever. But that's a girl. Girls do that. Right, Les?
Well, I had to do that wrinkle remover shit and all that.
It's supposed to put it over your lips. So we can't hear you talk.
So I know I'm kind of bouncing from topic to topic here,
Yeah.
but on
Why not? It's okay.
so going back to a little bit on your history. So you started with the boys. The boys got signed to Epic Records. After they got signed to Epic Records and all that happened, you guys went on to the Bees. And then from the Bees was TNA, if I'm getting my order correct. And then after TNA, I didn't get too much information on Raw Dogs, but if you want to cue me in a little bit there.
Well, that was Tommy Holland, the singer of the Bees, and I. And he flew back from Hollywood, and I was working for Gibson Guitar. He was still in Hollywood. He got married to Tammy, and his second wife. And he goes, "Hey, Mike," singer, he had that lead singer voice, raspy thing. I go, "What's up, Tommy?" And he goes, "We always did." Because he was in the band Holland, with Michelangelo, the Telenet guitar player, was the guitarist of his band, the Holland band.
Mm.
And he goes, when we did stuff, it was really good rock and roll. It was good. I goes, I understood where you came from. I knew your past. I didn't take your songs that you doing John Lennon or Rod Stewart and making it into some kind of docking tune. I go, I know how to interpret your music. And I go, why don't we just call it the Bees? I mean, we can take it from there. And he goes, I don't want to do that. So we're looking for names of bands. And we had learned a long time ago about some cats would look in the horse, the racing section, look at the names of horses. There's some interesting names. Finally, he came up with Raw Dogs. We're like, he goes, and all our backup bands will be called Cocktail Weenies, which we did use them. We called all the backup, featuring Cocktail Weenies. And I go, hey, fucker. But it was Tommy Holland and me, and my first Tafoya band, and which had Derek and David and Andy, these guys, and Derek played with the boys and the '90s boys with me on drums. But we wrote a bunch of new stuff there for that band too. We recorded some good stuff, but nothing was going on, and we weren't. I just wasn't into just putting. I mean, wearing spandex is one thing. Who cares? But everything being and then everything is a variation of or whatever, quadra triplets. Everything was quadra triplets in those days, and the singers had to sing in super high, stupid high. You're like, it got to be really old to me. That's all I know. I mean, I remember Dana Strum, he played guitar with, he played bass for Vinnie Vincent, Invasion. And that guy was a weirdo. But anyway, and he was from Kiss. Yeah, oh, he was weird looking too. You ever seen him? Anyway, stop, Mike. That's not nice. It's not nice. Just because the guy looked like he was a Martian. Anyway, Dana was looking. He was telling me and the guy Bobby Caldwell, I was in a band with, and he was from a band called Captain Beyond. If you look that up, you'll freak out. But he played with, and Bobby played with, Johnny Winter and live, and Rick Derringer and stuff. But he also was going to join Hendrix, but then Hendrix died. Anyway, so we were in a band in Hollywood together, and we were talking to the guys, and he goes, "Yeah, I was telling, Las Vegas, and this new singer named Mark Slaughter from band Slaughter." He goes, "So I was with him 2 days straight, 12 hours each day. The second day, I kept trying to go, quit doing this high pitch." He goes, "Do you want to sing like Wayne Newton or Ray Charles?" And I'm going, "That's good. I like that." Because, it was like, everything was like so milquetoast and really high-endy, I can't squeeze my balls hard enough to get that high. And, it was different. That's what Raw Dog's about. And then I did some other things, but I got tired of it. And I was working at Gibson Guitar. After a while, I became regional sales manager, and I had all of Kansas. So I traveled around, because I handled half the country, all the reps. But I had to keep playing, and I wasn't, and so nothing happened. And when I put something together, I'm dealing with these people who've never done a fucking thing in their life, but they're telling me, the guys that would say, "Hey, why don't you play something that's more appropriate for your age?" Stupid shit like that, right? They'd be telling me what I should be playing, and quit. You want to play music? You turn the radio on. That's how you play music. I go, fuck off. Kiss my balls, bitch. I get tired of people just telling me what I should be doing, and they don't, because they're highly successful. They have a mortgage, a wife, they can't stand
6 kids.
whatever amount of kids, and maybe, they're cheating or they spend all their time in a bar or something. It doesn't seem like with fulfilling.
Must a wife and kids.
Oh, it's because they weren't kids. They didn't have their shit together. Even the ones that had their shit together, they didn't know what they wanted. So they're just doing whatever else is telling them to do, and then you end up like a rocket, like the Challenger, getting out of control and burning up. There's nothing going to happen for you. And I decided to do this, and it helped me get away from some stupid habits that I was doing. But I was like bored, tired. I wasn't able to play music, and nobody understood me, and nobody wanted to encourage me. And I encouraged myself, and when I encouraged myself, then I was a self-centered asshole. I'm like, how do you win? Do I have to be like everybody else? Do I really? I get like this big motherfucker. And I said, I can't do that either. So I went back to playing music, and finally couldn't find a singer that was willing to do what I needed him to do. They're telling me, I go, you have no experience. Well, I know what I'm doing. I know what I like. I go, everybody knows what they like. It's what they call subjective. Everybody has their point of view, but everything happens for a reason, stupid. Call me names and whatever. So I decided I better start singing myself. I had people telling me that for a long time. Just saying, if I find somebody who can sing as well as I play guitar. But, not unless you're in Hollywood or something, then it's just a lot of shit. Money runs a lot of stuff. That's why they call it music biz too, right? Right, Sonny?
Yeah, there's a lot. Getting into this industry, there is way more business into it than I ever thought there would be. Oh my God.
That's the first thing they teach you in music school. They put it, the professor will put music with the word real small and then the word business real big.
Well, you see, but there's a problem there too, because when they're teaching you how to follow everybody else and be a ringer or be in an orchestra pit or be in a cover band playing the latest hits, do a couple reds, smoke a couple joints, fall down tonight.
And that's what my old man did.
I know, but he ended up being a miserable old man, drunken drug addict. My
father, that's what I'm sorry.
I don't
You're
mean to
okay.
talk back.
You're okay. You're okay. This
My
is
father was a jazz drummer on the south side of Chicago. And my mother was an artist. So I paint landscapes and I do this. Okay. Go ahead. I'll be
hey,
back.
just a heads up. This is a free space. Feel free to talk about anything you want here.
But I think now
I can only say so much. I don't want people getting mad at me.
I can
who's
respect.
getting mad at you?
Everybody.
Who's everybody? Your family? Those people don't even listen to rock and roll. They're the ones who fucking tell you to quit playing.
No, they want me to be in the CSO.
Leslie, you're not going to be in it.
I can't afford the fucking dude.
Leslie,
Oh my
the
God.
Symphony Orchestra is a whole different level.
I know.
And they don't go to see them either. Just
Well,
want,
no, but you can blah 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 blah.
it's just a lot of talk.
Yeah, I'm told a lot of things.
It's
So that I could bring
like,
in more money for the
well, it's seeing fun.
Well, I get the feeling that both of you guys play out of emotion whenever you guys play, and
Oh yeah, all three of us.
because I mean, like, coming from a musician standpoint, I mean, you can practice to theory and play scales and modes up and down the neck, but sometimes when you hear something, it's not in any particular key or any particular scale. When you hear something and you feel something, it's a completely different experience. At least it has been for me. And
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to know, like, because normally whenever I feel a song, it's because of an emotion I'm going through, and there's typically targeted emotions that I feel songs more with. And I was just curious if you guys happen to have certain emotions that were more or less like songs that lock you in on songs and make you work harder on songs, or just something that puts you
I'm
to a
well
song.
past any particular song doesn't really do that anymore. But what I was just talking to this famous songwriter, Scal, and she wrote songs for the Beatles to everybody. She wrote Locomotion and stuff. Anyway, and I was telling her, I go, you know, if music doesn't rock, and I go, but I mean, isn't just musicians. I've seen people that you don't think, but with something from way inside comes out, that rocks me. You know, I mean, I saw Wicked, the Broadway play in Chicago, and I was completely turned on. I'm watching Anna Gasteyer from Saturday Night Live, and she's doing the Greenroom, and I mean, the songs were so good, and it was so new, and they were just really going for it, but it was really good. It didn't sound like some people just mailing in their parts, or, you know, a bunch of jaded, you know, old pros, you know, I'm too cool for this, and I'm just going to do this. And, but as far as songs getting emotion, I mean, okay, like when I was in The Boys, see, we went and saw this band called Kiss in '74, and the opening act was the band called UFO. And this guitar player, I just loved the guy. He's phenomenon. They had Doctor and Rock Bottom, but then, you know, they came out with Phenomenon and No Heavy Petting, and me and Gilly, on any road trip we went, put the 8-track in. That's how long ago it was, and we'd be listening to UFO because I want to hear Michael Schenker play, because that guy could play a shreddy lead against a slower tune, so you can hear the notes better. But when it's a real fast, hyper song, he can still shred. But he was that good. You know, he was always that good. And but as far as one particular song anymore, no one song gets me going anymore. I mean, I'll listen to songs like A Whole Lot of Rosie, and I love it. You know, and I can hear that, and I go, wow, that's cool. But it was like you're hearing, it was an attitude, but it was something. I don't know. I see Aerosmith, I got burned out on them. Not burned out, the songs didn't rock me anymore. Love in an Elevator has some cool parts to it, riffs, but I love the first 3 albums. You know, I even love Rocks, the 4th album. Yeah. After that, I just got kind of, I don't know. You know, maybe they weren't hungry anymore. Who knows? I found that with Old Jethro Tull. I love the first 3 albums. 4th one was, the 3rd album was my favorite, Benefit, but the 4th one was, Aqualung. The same with Deep Purple. I love the very first albums when they're on Tetragrammaton with Bob Evans singing, and Bill Cosby was one of the owners of the record company. But and they did Hush, Kentucky Woman, and stuff. And the third album, but then they did In Rock. I went, ah. I mean, the shit from that album just kicked my ass. Then Fireball came out, Strange Kind of Woman and stuff, but it was like really cool stuff. And by the time they did, and then we went and saw them, and they were doing some new songs for the next album. It was called, they did the live album Made in Japan, which is great. But then they did these 2 songs from the next album. One was called Space Truckin' and Highway Star. And we're going, but that album was like Aqualung to me. It was just all really great stuff. They figured out how to really construct and mold this record to sell on the radio, but they took away all that intrinsic thing that I love when I hear good music. When I hear really good stuff, that something on the outside just comes in and goes, "Whoa, I like that." That it shows that they have hair in their balls. It shows that there's something coming out. Not just looking for the working for the man. Did everything come out all right? You went to the bathroom, right? You wipe it up and everything? I'm a stinker. All right.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess I gotta get a haircut. I'm seeing what I look like now.
Your hair.
Man, haircuts. Who
I
needs
haven't
those?
had one in a long time. I forgot. I just forgot about it.
Yeah. I remember we went and when we did the Get Up Get Angry video, we had long hair, really wild ass hair. And then we went to do the video. We flew in from Cleveland. We were on tour. Have you ever seen the movie Spinal Tap?
Sounds really familiar. I feel like I have.
Oh yeah, they were. Anyways, hello Cleveland. We're playing Cleveland. We're down in the basement trying. We all do that. Hey, yeah, come on, let's go Cleveland. Let's go. Hello Cleveland. We couldn't find our way out of it. We find a black custodian with us like up here. And we go, yeah. Well, anyway, we did that. We flew to Hollywood. Spent the first day 12 hours in the studio. What they called blocking shots. Figuring out what angles and who's going to do what, where, all that. Next day they brought in a lady to do our makeup. She brought her gay brother, Max, he's a hairstylist. And they were really in a new way. I had hair like this, and then if you look at the video, it's on MTV, and we had no hair. It was and we did it like that. And I remember our first show was in Cincinnati, then we played in Canton, Ohio, and then we played in Chicago at the place called the Park West, and we're headlining. And I come out of the dressing room, I see all these people I knew that I've known for years. I go, hey, how you doing? They go, where is he? I hear him. Where is he? And I was standing right there. They didn't recognize me. And we all went on stage to play. And they were hearing us play, but we're all like, we had our hair cut really short. Looked like a young man's business haircut. Yeah.
I thought it was a mullet.
What? A mullet?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that's a 90s version of...
Like the Joe Dirt training.
I know, but it's the 90s version. They're making fun of people's hair stuff. They wanted to look... Everyone... It's the style police telling you what you're supposed to look like.
I never had a mullet, I swear.
I don't care if someone...
I did, but it was a long time ago.
I had a mullet for a short period of time.
I was 13.
If you have your hair cut on the side... See, I don't like my hair in my eyes when I play all the time. I'd rather have it cut off so I can make my face known. As soon as you do that, you're wearing a mullet. I go, kiss my mullet head.
No,
You know,
the only complaint I have is whenever my hair gets wrapped around like my guitar strap or up in my strings and stuff. That's like the only time I really struggle. I mean, my hair. Normally I just wear a headband and it pushes my hair up enough that when I'm looking down, my hair kind of just falls like this at my sides, out of the way. Wearing sunglasses helps a lot too. But
how old are you?
I am 22.
You're 22.
Oh my heavenly!
God,
You're speaking to like people your grandparents' age.
Sonny, Yeah, 22 is when you're young, dumb, full of cum.
I'm 59. You got, well, no, it's okay. But, you know.
Yeah, when I was 22, I was, I
59.
think I got my slap for the third time. I had to go to the hospital and get shots for that. That's when I said, no more dirty girls in the dressing room anymore. That's when I stopped. But I mean, man, 22. Ooh, that's a while back for me. I'll be 72 in a couple months, so I'm a little bit older than you are.
Oh, I was good looking at that age. I was, and I didn't even know it.
Only for the creeps that they go.
Oh, the ones I
Oh,
married.
look at he, or not for me. They like the little young girls. Like them assholes.
Used to wear those sausage dresses. You look like a stuffed sausage.
Yeah, and did you wear butt just,
Yeah.
what the hell is
I
that
had
about?
a fake butt. Yes, I was skinny. I'm still, well, now I'm real skinny because I got older.
Cute, Leslie. Let it go. Let it go. I wrote a couple songs with her in mind. Dreams I Face and Let It Go. She'll remember these stupid things. Well, it's a woman anyway. Women do that. They remember everything. That's why they're synonymous. That's how any woman is synonymous with an elephant. Not because they're big, it's because they never forget. They don't want to piss off a woman. Don't. It doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
I got 5 stitches here and 5 stitches there. Not for messing with women. My guitars. Never argue with a woman. Can't win. So yes, whatever.
Oh, you tell John that.
You guys are married, and you get to be in a band and be away from him. So you see, you guys are really. It's a great relationship because, you're not in each other's hair all the time, and when you're there, then you're the maid.
Yeah, we just have too many cats.
A lot of pussy at the house.
My husband and I, we rescue house cats.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm. And she's got 3, and he's got. Then they have 5 at their other house.
No, 4.
Oh, down to 4.
Yeah, because Toby and Loomis disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, they had heart problems and they passed.
They became mountain lion food. Coyote food, whatever.
Oh, we ate it.
Oh, the one that ran out. The one that ran out the window never came.
Pickles?
Whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, we lost Pickles because John left the window open. He didn't know there wasn't a screen in there, but.
Man. Well,
I raised house cats.
house cats are real cute. My sister's got a couple. I don't got any house cat. I live on a farm, so I got a couple of outside cats that hunt mice and stuff, but.
No, mine are too dumb to be outside. Nope, none of ours go outside, and that's it. Nope. They're so used to people, they can't take care of themselves.
Well, they only like you two guys because you guys, they're the masters and you're their slaves, and you do all the stuff for them. You clean up after their poop, you feed them, you make sure they're they got water. Make sure
You gotta brush them every day.
Brush them. Yeah, when I brush, I go like this when I brush my girlfriend. Can you see that? I guess you can't.
No.
I like to flick them. It's 22. Leslie, I was a jackrabbit jumping from hole to hole.
I know what you
For
did
years at 22. I bet, if he could, he would. Right, Sonny?
Married, I'm not sure.
What are you doing over there, Sonny?
Who's Yeah, next question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, so I've talked a lot about your past, but as of lately you played with Tafoya and the boys, and now it is just Tafoya. And I did a little bit of research into some of your songs. Gotta say, by the way, I love the song Life.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That was hard.
Cool song.
Yeah.
It's a short version of it's an orchestrated song. It's about God's grace. I don't use the word Jesus, like Christianity and it's about the spiritual. It's about God's grace, But yeah, I like the song. I like the orchestra. You like Leslie's bass intro? She He plays good bass parts on that song too. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my son's favorite song too.
Hell yeah. But I did hear a little bit about your EP Freedom, and I kind of was hoping you would want to expand a little bit upon that and like tell us where everything's going right now and kind of how things are going.
Well, I mean that's been out a couple years. I'm trying to get up money to do. We already played. We played more than enough songs for another full. We're doing at least another 12 originals plus the 5 from the EP Freedom. Freedom has. We did the first song we recorded, "Boogie with Me." It's a it's a video we have out too. That was done in Knoxville, and the video was done in Chicago. But all the other songs were done in Chicago. At you know the song da 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 da. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want
I
to go.
so much.
Leslie, quit jumping in, please. See? Anyway, and then he also co-wrote Eye of the Tiger, so he won Oscars at his Jim Peterick studio. And then the gal who produced the album, she was going to join the band as a backup singer and play the keyboards because she does her own Sade type, torch, what do you call them, torch songs type thing, girls sing thing, but jazzier and she liked what I'm doing, and she'd always heard that I was such a big rock and roll pig, misogynist kind of guy, and then she realized I wasn't at all, not even a little bit, and I'm very respectful. But she goes, "I really like what you're doing." She goes, "I go, I would really like it." I had some videos on YouTube of her singing one day. Just came up, doing a couple of jumping airplane tune and Nick's tune. So she's going to join us, and she came to a couple of rehearsals in January 2020, and Leslie just joined us. So we had pictures of the 4 of us. Her name was Lan Quinn, and then she got ovarian cancer for stage 4. And so she was planning on just doing the chemo and going to join us in May or something. We're already playing. And we kept getting better and better, and she goes, "You see the videos I was playing," and that's during the lockdown. We actually got gigs, and we were playing, and also we were doing those live Facebook Live things or whatever. So every week we put out a half hour of the video stuff. We would do all these old blues, Fleetwood Mac blues stuff, and other covers, old rock covers and stuff. And then I was writing originals, and she's like, "Well, Mike goes first. I won't go." I go, I can't stop for you or anybody. You got to keep going. No, I'm in my late 60s. I want to play, and I want to do something, and we can all die. And then I got cancer too. So and luckily mine was caught way early, and it didn't get in my blood or anything. It didn't metastasize or anything. So I was all right. So she couldn't join the band, and we were all real close with her, and so I sat. So I go. So she produced it, played keyboard, and sang backup on the record, and and then she died. The last show she saw us finally. She came to see us and we played with Gary Hoey. What's his name? Gary Hoey.
Gary Hoey.
Yeah, Gary Hoey. We did a show with him.
Yeah.
Veggies in Chicago, and she was there, but she was, her face looked beautiful, but she was like, she was falling apart. She died a couple months later. But I would drive to help her 65 miles in the morning, all the way into Navy Pier, and I lived way out. I was living way out in Penrith, in Fox Lake, but 60 miles. And in the morning, I had to be there by 8:30, so then I had to ride rush hour, and I had to leave at 6:45 to get her to the hospital by 9. But I was doing that, and then finally in 2023, day before my birthday, I was supposed to come pick her on Monday, and I couldn't get a hold of her. Okay. And that Thursday, she's dead. I was sleeping. My little brother and my little sister, Laura and Jeff, and Laura, and then my mother, they all died, and I didn't. And I was, I was affected, deeply affected. But when she died, it was like, oh. There was no wind in my sails. I had holes in my sails. There was nothing there. Everything was loose. And I remember doing that show, and it was a land, and I let her into my personal space creatively. It's like I got to the point where I couldn't let other people in because they all started taking proprietary ownership of of my music. I mean, it was getting crazy, and I let her in, and it was hard at first, but but she understood me, and she wasn't my style, and I wasn't hers, but we really dug each other really close. And when she was gone, I mean, we filmed that show and put it on YouTube, and I never made so many mistakes. I mean, stuff where I had used my finger up a fret or down a fret, and I'd stay that out of tune for a whole bar, sometimes 8 beats, 2 bars. I just was like, and I wasn't high or drunk or anything. It was just, I was, but shit like that happens. But that was done by them, and Larry Millis was the producer, or he recorded it. He was the recorder, and he did the mixing, he recorded. He's done everybody from Billy Idol to, big stuff. And it's why the album sounds so good. It's not just some local $750,000 studio from local guys. Playing it sounds great. It's like something that's not there. And I have Larry on the line, and he'll help me with the next one. And I'm perfectly willing to get into big fights with this motherfucker too, because I love the guy. He's great. I'm the same motherfucker. It's any new song, if I don't know it, I call it shit. And they go, "You call my song shit?" I go, "Everything's shit." Like, I don't mean games of phone. Not like, everybody's a ton. Anyway, and so we got that going, and we have a lot of new songs. We have songs on there. We have a song called Sturgis, and that's about people think it's about being a biker. I go, no, it's Sturgis. It's about freedom. It's about Sturgis' state of mind. It's not about being a misogynist. It's about, when I get back, I'll call you. And I'm on my way. I'm gonna go do my thing. And then we have a long time ago, which is it starts off with it's like a Doors type thing. This the end. Da da da. The B, drop B. But it's a really cool song, and time's run out, my future's not too bright. It's people refer to it as my autobiography. It's a song that really was mean. So to me, it was a Genesis tune written and arranged for a rock band. But it had that legato going, how Genesis tunes were like, and is how I remember that. And then we have a song that the drummer sings, Craig Cedarholm, and that's called Shadows. And that's about being never hidden by the shadows, about telling the truth. It's not just about, you make it sound like it's, the words I had, it sound like metaphorically to a girl. It's also to yourself. You never hidden in the shadows. Two colors always come out in light. And it's a cool tune. It's kind of more of a poppy rock tune. And then for the solo, I was gonna do my normal sound. And then she, that Land, she was into the 80s new wave thing and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm playing, I'm going, okay. I took one of Jim Peters' guitars off the wall. He had a shitload of really cool guitars. I mean, he's got 59 flame tops and stuff, and he's got cool stuff. He's brilliant. He's won Oscars and Grammys. Anyway, so I pulled this yellow guitar out. I didn't know the brand of it. I came, and I do this lead. And I just made it up, right? I know how to conjugate it. You do like conjugate beginning, right, and conclusion. And I make it build up, and you can feel when it goes out, and it goes out. And I use that, and it sounds kind of cool. And now I try to learn that lead, which is no big deal. But I mean, so that's the 5 songs on there. But the boogie is, most of the other songs are a little more, musically deep. And boogie with me is just going start your motor and come on down. Start your motor and come on down. And then you have to break from a few mistakes, and then I just do the Gene Krupa going hit, with kick drum. It's just a rocky, a lot of guitar. And like the next album, the new stuff. I mean, we have a couple love songs, but not really, not like the other one did. And we have a lot of them. They're like life, you know. They have a lot of stuff too, but they're only 4 minutes long. Like that song you like Life. You there, son?
Yeah, I'm here.
Anyway, you know, Life has a lot of stuff in it, but it's still only a 4 minute song. But I like what we're doing because not just like that Freedom CD. No two songs sound exactly alike, and they're not. It's not designed to be different. It's just because that's the way I think. I've been doing it for so long. I've been making up songs, you know, early mid '60s. Right, song "Spoiled Woman." Like I even knew what any of that stuff was in those days. We didn't even have full frontal nudity in Playboy and stuff until you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, until the '70s. You never saw. I never.
You brought up Playboy. I gotta show you one of my most prized possessions that I keep in the back of my phone case. My dad gave it to me a long time ago. It is a Playboy trading card. It's the #1 Bo Derek Playboy trading card.
I'm Bo Derek, yeah.
It's just a little.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the guy.
John Derek, her husband died.
Oh, her husband.
He went out to Europe. They looked a lot alike.
They did.
Yeah, I remember when she came out with that movie, 10.
Yeah.
I went,
Well, he would. That was before he was around.
yeah, but that was Bo Derek, so it was, because he had to play with him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the prettiest eyes I ever wanted to come across.
He didn't get that. No.
I didn't hear what he said. It kind of cut out a little bit.
I
I'm
said
gonna be
Bo
honest.
Derek had the prettiest eyes I ever wanted to come across. You don't get it.
Yeah.
I did.
Think okay.
My nickname in Hollywood was Tafoya. And they would go, somebody said something, and Bobby Caldwell goes, Mike he doesn't draw dirty pictures, he does murals with broad strokes. It's just a metaphor. It's just to make the rehearsal fun. You know, I'd make up some dirty, stupid ass, you know, jokes about, you know, whatever. You know, swallowing gallons of goo or
That's
whatever.
nice.
You know, it's just stupid shit. It's not real.
Yeah,
It's not, you know.
Well, I mean, like, and it's like, even like when you listen to like when something that I did with a couple of my old bandmates is when we would listen to songs, we would come up with the most ridiculous, stupid lyrics that just fit with the song.
Yep. We used to do first thing you know, Jethro fucking queer. It says, hey, Jethro, bend over here. Next thing you know, Granny fucking died. Then you know, now your name is Spike. But we would also do like, Stairway to Heaven. We go, it wasn't for the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. Whatever. We do. Remember that? What? They doing your hand. You got bad breath in the song. Oh man, what kind of butt have you been chewing on? God, Leslie. Don't
Man.
do it. I keep trying to get Leslie to stop playing with stray dogs and alley cats, and she just.
Okay.
I have 2 comments for you guys over here
Thank you.
from my road manager. One
What's his
is
name?
my road manager's name is Alistair Thorne.
Oh, that's Alistair. How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
That's my dad, actually, believe it or not. My dad is my road manager. He helps out a
So
lot.
Alistair Thorne. That sounds almost like what's that guy on the radio? Hard Stern. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay, what's the comment?
So Alistair said he thinks it would be cool if Leslie came and played bass with me for a couple shows. He's saying that because I currently don't have a bassist. I figured. And the other one is I would love to see Sonny B and Michael Tafoya play together in Chicago.
Well, let's do that. He's my little heap wannabe.
I'm broke. My bathroom had black mold and I had to gut it.
Her middle name is Sheenie Kike. Hi, Leslie.
You know how much that cost?
I know.
Oh, yeah. When you own property, you gotta pay to fix it.
You're a girl. You still want your bathroom to look. You spend money on your bathroom if you rented it.
it was gross. I didn't like. There were pinholes in the bathtub, and I had to take it all out and stuff. Well, when you buy property from a bank at an auction, guess what you're gonna get? There you go.
Well, let's try to do some subs. We'll come out the way we'll drive out that way too.
Tell your daddy I said hi.
Hi,
Okay.
Alistair.
They can.
He's probably younger than me.
He actually just said hi, guys, like right before you guys said that. That's kind of weird timing. Weird timing.
Leslie thinks.
Are you Gen X, Alistair? I'm Gen X.
He's a boomer.
Okay. That's him. My husband John and I were the same age. We're Gen X.
What did you sit in my lap? Come here, baby.
I've been playing this. I told you already, so I won't repeat that.
No, you're good. You're good. So my mom is Gen X and my dad is baby boomer, and they are born 1 year apart. My dad was born in '69 and my mom was born in '70.
I was born '66.
See, I gave up 69. I went right to 77 because I was maybe 8 more.
That blew over a lot of people's heads. You know that.
You know what I meant, didn't you?
No, he shouldn't.
No, I don't
You
think.
get 8 more. Okay, 69 plus 77 is 8. So you got 8 more.
He's only 22. Don't tell him stuff.
Oh, God, Leslie. We didn't even have full frontal nudity. And we knew it all. That stuff.
Kids are different now.
Oh, yeah. So you're a virgin, so, right?
Mm,
Oh
I'm-
my heavens.
He's not asking me any music questions, so I'm going to...
Are you talking about that guy back there? No. But I do have one more question for you actually on the podcast. So I'm gonna quote you directly for this question. It says, "My music is an extension of my life. My music philosophy is to change the culture of the listener." Now, whenever you say something like that, it's generally because it came from an emotion that you felt, or you saw a change in somebody like that. Like you saw something happen and you saw that, and that was like, this is what I want to do with my music. So I want to know, what was the moment that defined that statement in your head?
Well, I think that's an accumulative, emotion. I mean, ever since I was little, I mean, like I said, I used to think this dancer, comedian named Danny Kaye, I thought he rocked. But I mean, anybody that could do something that emoted emotion rocked to me, But when I was a kid, I grew up, I wanted to play guitar when I watched Wes Montgomery and stuff, and before rock and roll was happening, other than there was rock and roll out there, I guess, but I wasn't getting it, and I didn't know Chuck Berry yet. I didn't know who he was until I was like 10. But I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan when it first came out. Okay.
What's that? He doesn't know what Ed Sullivan was.
Let me talk, Leslie. You whiz. I'm glad she's not my wife, because I'd have to just tie her up and put that big ball in her mouth.
John is a strong man.
Oh, Leslie, shut up. Anyway, I wanted to play guitar, and then when I saw Dick Clark in '61 or something, they had this guy Dwayne Eddy, go try this guy, but he had that Dwayne Eddy. But he was a king. He didn't originally do it. He did the instrumental. He was the king of twang guitar. So I heard electric guitar. I'm like, oh, because I'll get to listen to Wes, the jazzy thing, and Herb Ellis and people, but singing that, wow. And then I heard the Beatles stuff, and I saw them all that. And I go, yeah. And then I saw Hard Day's Night, and I saw the camaraderie of the 4 guys. Yeah, girls, and it was girls and guys, everybody was just loving them. And 2 girls, I mean, like, fucking A. But I mean, it was the us against them, the camaraderie, the 4 of them. They had the inside jokes, they knew each other really well, and they were there for each other. And that's what sold me in being a rock and roller. Then I started seeing the Stones, and I listened to the first old. I mean, I had oh man, Route 66. I had some of the very first singles. I knew this guy from London. Knew my mom, but Stones were on London Records, and they were in Decca here in England. So I had all these Decca recordings saying, I want to be your man. They did that by the Beatles. But I mean, it's like listening to them and I'm going, the rock. And then I saw da 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 da. Girl, you really got me going. And I just saw them, and Ray Davies, like, they had that, that sneer, and Dave Davies on it, playing the flying V up here. But they were just so cool. And you hear in the echo, Dave Huck Flag, any way you want it. It's telling me, hey, 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 hey. The echo, I'm going, well, what is that? I just got into rock and roll, and I wanted it to rock. And I love the Yardbirds, and I knew who these guys were, but there was no videos and there was no magazines. I mean, if I wanted to see pictures of my rock bands, we had to get Tiger Beats. It ended up being a girl, and later on, a teen bop thing. But you hear the words of the songs, and I could get a picture of what the band was. They didn't show. You didn't know anything about what they were doing or what they were playing or whatever. And I was by '69. Geez, I was already playing bars in '68. Alistair, I was playing bars before you were born, Alistair. Yeah, I fart dust.
Oh, that's
No, I think it was free.
wild.
I know, and I'm still here though, and I want to keep going. And I'm sore. I get beat up. I don't want to do anything. We get the PA and everything, so we're doing all that stuff. We need to do some. You got to get some shows out by you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you need help booking, me and my dad book a lot of our own shows around here, and we got plenty of venues. Just hit us up for where you want to play at. We Midwest.
Cover our bills a little bit,
Yeah, we got some venues. We got Iowa. We could put you in. We could put you in Nebraska. We could put you in Kansas. We could get you a run from Chicago down to Kansas and back up to Chicago.
Oh, we do routing as well.
We can figure that out.
That would be wonderful.
Well, hell,
The bread sounds
Here,
very
we're-
convenient.
I'm doing a podcast and talking business already. Now Leslie's back over here going, oh, money. Sounds good.
Well, before we discuss any of that further, I don't want to let any of the viewers. I don't want to let any of the viewers in on our secrets that we're going to be talking about.
No,
So.
I can say that's later. We'll talk all that later.
Yeah, but the stream timer is starting to run out a little bit. I gotta go ahead and end it here soon. Do you guys have any final notes before we hop off the live stream?
Yes, please visit our website at tafoyaband.com.
TAFOYABAND.com.
There will be a link in this video. Don't worry. I'll put it down there.
My Etsy store as well. I'm going to get that up and running.
Yeah, she's an artist and she makes clothes and jewelry.
Jewelry, clothes.
She made this for me, for my cross. And
yeah.
she does all kinds of stuff like that, and she paints and she's she sells her own stuff, and like I said, when it's money.
Well, I'm genetically programmed to do art and music because of my parents. So, I mean, I worked as an office grunt for decades, and yeah, I'm disabled, so I had to retire.
So, Alistair did just drop in the chat their door splits for the shows that we would be able to get you guys. They would be door splits. They wouldn't be guarantees.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can help promote it. I mean, I can't promote it. I'm not there. But we're coming here. We'll play 3 1-hour sets. If you need. I mean, unless we can play with some cool,
And I actually live in Grand Junction,
some
Colorado.
cool sunny guy, and if otherwise.
I was born in Denver.
Oh, I'm from Grand Junction, and it's I-70 and exit 31, Horizon Drive. Yeah, we're right. My husband and I live right there in the house with a lot of
I
cats.
had 2 brothers born in Denver. I played the where did I play the Rainbow there? I think it was for Dave Fay, not Dave Fay, Barry Fay. Remember Fay Line Productions?
I don't think I do, but my dad probably does. My dad.
Because he put the Stones and Zeppelin and everything. He was the biggest,
Oh, yeah, I know. Why am I being stupid? I knew that.
Yeah, and my good friend who lives in Denver, He's a sound man for Jack White. He lives in Denver now. He's from Wisconsin.
I
He's a
love
big
Jack
voice
White.
fan. Yeah. Was
Actually,
it Jack?
I used to cover a lot of Jack White songs when I first started out. So I did covers before he was with the White Stripes. I used to do stuff for I used to do covers of the Raccoonteers.
Well, that
And-
was after. That's after White Stripes.
oh, was it? I thought that was before White
Oh,
Stripes.
yeah, man. No. I talked. And what was the other one? I forget the name of the other group. The guy and a girl from England. But the Raconteurs, yeah, we talked to them because the guitar players were listening to one of the songs from our next record that I was doing. I did called "Outside My Window," and I'm all over the place playing lead. And they're like, "How'd you do that?" I go, "You just go for it. You hear it? You want to do it? You just go for it. I'm not trying to do what everybody else is doing. I'm doing what I'm hearing, and that's the main thing. Is if you want to stick your dick out and become something, Leslie, I'm talking to a guy, okay? She does that-
Hey, it's okay. You just gotta rock. You just gotta rock out with your cock out sometimes. I get it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I better let you get off of your show. You can do your
Oh yeah. Well, normally at the end of the live streams, what we always say to the viewer is we take a good old look at the camera, we throw our hands up like this, and we just go deuces. You guys want to do it with me?
I gotta see what it is. I can't see. Yeah.
Deuces. Thank you.